Find a comfortable seat to sit in where you feel confident you will be able to spend some time with yourself for maybe 10 minutes without being disturbed. And in that sitting position, I invite you to close your eyes so that you can bring your attention to yourself, to your inner world. As in this exercise, we're going to be practicing observing our experiences of ourselves in a non-judgmental and a non-reactive manner. And so start by just bringing your attention to your breath, observing where you notice your breath, whether you notice the sensation in your chest as it expands and contracts, or you're noticing how deep you're breathing or how quickly, or even the sensation of the air as it passes into your body and leaves your body. But don't try to control the breath. Just spend time noticing it, inviting your focus to be about you and your experience of yourself. And just continuing to invite yourself to notice your breathing and to invite your attention, your focus back to your breathing when it wanders. Not to become frustrated, but to expect your mind to wander and simply to nudge your attention back to your breath when it does wander. And now you are going to invite yourself to, with a curious mind, expand your attention beyond your breath to be noticing what dominant and loud experiences are happening inside you, whether these are thoughts or emotions or even physical sensations that may include pain or suffering. Simply letting your mind look around inside yourself at the thoughts and feelings and physical sensations that are calling out most loudly or pulling you away from focusing on your breath. And in this exercise, we're not trying to notice and react and judge these experiences. We're learning how to watch our experience, how to see what's happening inside ourselves without reacting too quickly or too strongly to that. And one way we can do that is to label these experiences, to give them a name that helps us to feel a little bit separate from them, as if we're looking at them rather than experiencing them in the moment. And so if you notice a thought or a collection of thoughts that are spinning around in your mind, perhaps simply saying to yourself, "I'm thinking," and labeling that experience as thinking. Or maybe if you're experiencing strong and intense emotions like fear or anxiety or guilt, simply noticing that you are feeling emotions and perhaps saying to yourself inside your head, "I can see myself feeling these emotions." And if you're experiencing a physical discomfort or pain, simply saying to yourself, "I am feeling pain," noticing and describing to yourself the experience that you're having, rather than falling into and becoming entangled in that experience even further. Just receiving the communication from your body that you're noticing and naming what you are noticing. And as you're noticing, you may notice that the things you are noticing are changing. You're moving from a thought to a feeling, and maybe to your body, and maybe back to a feeling. And simply watch where your mind goes and how the intensity sometimes rises and sometimes drops. And each time, trying to catch where you are landing with your attention and labeling that, labeling what's happening. You're feeling, you're thinking, you're having a physical sensation, or perhaps you're also having a memory of something from the past. Simply watching and naming what's going on inside yourself, and not fighting it or pushing it away and trying to resist the urge to go with it totally and for that to become the experience, because the experience we're practicing here is watching ourselves at a distance. And so I'm simply going to invite you to spend a few minutes in silence, paying attention to this in yourself, observing your experience and providing labels to yourself to help you feel distant from them and to have a relationship in which you're just noticing rather than reacting. And so as we go into silence, just trying to observe your experiences and to label them to yourself, and reminding yourself to return to this task when your mind wanders. And when you're ready, opening your eyes and returning back to your day with an appreciation for yourself, having spent time being mindful and getting to know what's going on inside yourself in an observant, accepting and non-judging fashion. A self-compassionate exercise.